Hi everybody, this is Spring Washam and welcome to this YouTube channel, Lotus Vine Journeys. This channel, we talk about all things ayahuasca related. We talk about how the medicine works, how it heals. We talk about all the plants, healing with Pachamama, and also we talk about my retreats in Peru. And I can share stories and just amazing things that happens down there on the healing path, working with plants. So beautiful. So today I want to talk about healing and how ayahuasca heals us on the energetic level, how she heals the vibrational level. Now, I always refer to ayahuasca and she. That's just how it is, even though plants are beyond gender. We refer to some plants in the masculine, some in the feminine. And ayahuasca, as you know, if you've listened to any videos, is a powerful doctor, a great healer. And this particular video comes in a series where I talk about all 4 levels of the human system and how ayahuasca helps us heal. I talked about the physical level, I talked about the mental level, I've talked about the emotional level, and this is the 4th level, the vibrational level, the energetic level. All of these 4 levels intersect and help us be a whole human being. And as we're healing, different levels appear at different times. Sometimes you might be really strongly working on a physical issue or maybe a diagnosis, but see, that relates to all the other levels. So they're very interconnected. But the vibrational level in particular is very important. So before I say a little bit more about that, I also want to mention how ayahuasca is this powerful doctor. Is a very powerful spirit doctor. The most powerful one out of all the plant kingdom, I would say for sure. And I've worked with Huachuma, San Pedro, psilocybin mushrooms. I've worked with other plants that are non-psychoactive, from anything from kale to the whole plethora of plants that grow in the Amazon rainforest. We work with all of them. So ayahuasca, again, is to be respected. It's to be approached with deep reverence, prayer, and also the sense of awe because how powerful it is. It is very transformative. So you always want to be well prepared when thinking about drinking ayahuasca, thinking about using ayahuasca, and trying to answer the question, is ayahuasca right for me? It's important to remember that ayahuasca is not a drug in any way, anyhow. This is an ancient medicine. It's been used for hundreds of years in the Amazon, in Brazil, in Ecuador, in Bolivia, throughout all the Amazonian region. Many tribes use this for healing and all kinds of good things. So this is not a drug at all. So take that out of your vocabulary, or psychedelic. It's also not a psychedelic, it's a plant medicine because it derives from plants. So just want to mention that as a little bit of a background as we get into this topic of energy. Okay, so our everything with our bodies are made of energy. We are made of prana, chi, right? Everything is in a constant state of balance and flow. We are not just human bodies. We are that and we are more. We could say that our light body, our astral body, or our energy body, this is a body that is accessed when we're asleep. They say that as soon as you go to sleep, we enter into the dream time. And our light body takes over and travels, different realms and dreams. We experience different realities. And if you're a meditator or a yogi, you know that we talk a lot about the energy body, the light body, the nadis, the chakras, the channels. All of that is referring to your energy body, awakening your energy, awakening different portals of your energy. This is very powerful and very true. This is ancient technology. This is like old science that goes back to all the yogis and the yoginis, and how Kundalini is an energy awakening. So all of this is pointing to a place inside of us. How do we not only heal our energy body, but also awaken it? And we do that quickly by accessing ayahuasca. It's amazing how this particular plant can come in and move all the blockages in our energetic system. So when we're in a ceremony, and say myself or one of the maestros that I'm working with, when we see people, while we're in a ceremony, we often can see the energy is being tangled, right? It's like tangled cords. Now, the problem with this is that when you have a lot of tangles in the energetic body, that is a leading indicator of a few things. One, chronic pain. Anytime your energy is blocked, whether it's in your upper body or lower body, there's blockages, immediately what follows is disease, right? Pain, chronic pain conditions. I've often worked with people who have been all over the world seeing different doctors and yet still have an undiagnosed pain condition that could be at even times debilitating. And so this is also indicative of an energetic problem. Also, blockages in our chi can affect us in different ways. They can affect our ability to think clearly, we feel numb. Some parts of our body, when the energy is not flowing, there could be a lot of numbness. I experienced a lot of this. It was like for a long time I had this block between my upper body and lower body. Often people have a block between the left and the right, masculine and feminine, right? And we're trying to balance this, come in to balance the energy so that we have optimum health and that everything can flow. And then when things begin to flow, we begin to access a higher power, right? We begin to see that we are multidimensional, we are spirit, we're not just this human form. This human form is very important and we take great care of it in order that we can access deeper knowledge that's buried in the energetic system. So we're awakening the energetic body in a way. We're working with it, we're healing it. Another thing that damages our energetic body is trauma. If you've had surgery, blunt force trauma, gunshot wounds, stabbings, car accidents, being born, they say, all of these leave an imprint in the energetic body system. So say, for instance, you had a terrible accident, you went to the doctor, you had to have surgery, you healed it on one level, but the problem is it's like a handprint left behind. There's still an image, there's still a print on your energetic system, and that can cause problems. So when you're in a ceremony and you drink ayahuasca, you might have to go back to that accident, go back to that time where maybe you were injured or something happened to you, and remove that out of your energetic field, right? Some people, I experience them as, I see them with tears in their energetic field. Also, some of this stuff we inherit from our ancestors, and I'll talk a lot about that going into the future. The energy is passed down, it's DNA. Your vibrational body is connected to the DNA level, right? Everything is moving, everything is molecular, everything has causes and conditions. We turn off certain things and we turn on other things. That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to turn off the factors that create disease, suffering, and pain, and turn on the factors that lead to joy, happiness, and awakening, right? Clear seeing, wisdom. So the energy body is very, very important. Other things that we do to access our energy body is we use, Qigong, Tai Chi, Reiki. These are practices that have become very popular right now because people are experiencing blocks on the energetic level and they don't know how to get down into that level. It's hard to access that because it's subtle but powerful. It's like a subtle imprint that acts like a huge force field. It's like, how can a handprint be so powerful? Well, like if you commit a crime, a handprint is everything, right? So it's powerful, these subtle levels. Acupuncture also works on the subtle levels. All these different healing modalities, and you're going to see them come online more and more as humans wake up and evolve, that the need for energetic medicine is more and more important because people are working through things and then they're hitting the energetic blocks. So I love that ayahuasca can help with this. I love that we can begin to heal ourselves and create more flow, harmony, and ease in the body. We want to have our energy flow. We want to learn how to work with our energy body. This is all that we have, right, is mind-body medicine. And the plants are so powerful, not only ayahuasca, but also wachuma and also psilocybin work on the energetic level. They are clearing this energetic field, taking out the seeds of what might be, tiny cancer cells, removing it out of the system, repairing all the damage that has been done. Trauma, again, as I mentioned, leaves imprints behind, and we want to be clearing those. So I wanted to share a little bit about working with that, and you might want to take a look at the other 3 videos as well as they come online, just to understand how ayahuasca heals. It is so powerful, especially if you've been diagnosed with post-traumatic stress disorder or anything like that. The imprints of war, the imprints these really powerful experiences have. Before I go, the last thing I want to share with you is a woman who had come on one of my retreats. She was from Africa, and she was from Uganda. And when Uganda was in the middle of this war, she and her mother fled, and they got stuck in a refugee camp on the Kenyan border for 4 years, and she was very young at that time. And what happened was they had no food there, and so the children started to eat dirt. And for 4 years, she rocked back and forth. She had very little memory of the experience, actually. As we know with trauma, we sort of lose the memory of those periods, almost like the mind puts a protection around it and we don't remember it. So she has clear memories the time before they ended up immigrating to Canada. But when she came to work with me in an ayahuasca ceremony, her whole body and her whole spirit and the vibrational body all went back to that time, and she began rocking back and forth and reliving moments of intense, debilitating hunger and experiencing that. And I was really helping her move through the retreat, and it became a powerful healing for her whole body, her whole system, to actually let the medicine move all of those memories out. It was very powerful. I'm going to be writing a book about shamanism and ayahuasca and healing with plants, and that will be a story that I will tell in more details. But it's just incredible that we have access to these kind of healing modalities. You have to be prepared to work with ayahuasca. You have to be ready to do work at the soul level. These are power tools that we give all the respect in the world to because they are so transformative. So I just want to share a little bit about that. I hope it was really helpful for you. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to this channel. I will be putting out a lot of content. I also have my main channel, Spring Washam. You can check out my teacher channel. But all of this is just connected. This is what I love to share about: healing, wellness, overcoming trauma, getting out the knots in the system. I love that. Getting free, happiness, freedom, and of course, living in peace with Pachamama, the earth. I love it. So yes, subscribe and come back and check out more videos. So thank you so much. Namaste.